so I will focus maybe on some parts that were not mentioned by Christo, that has been already introducing nicely the work that we have been concluding with the platform. I would like to underline the inspiration of NANOfutures, that is an horizontal integrated innovation platform that would like to create a common environment for understanding the nanotechnology innovation path in colloquium and interactions with several other, beyond the Commission programs, several other entities like regional and national programs. This is something that we are planning now to reinforce and to do next, and having maybe later on influence on European policies and objectives. So this innovation platform, maybe we can skip this, that in part has been already mentioned, and also this one that is just showing how we were thinking to give sustainability to nanotechnologies through nanotechnologies. And just mentioning the structure of NANOfutures, in this moment we have more than 500 members, direct members of the platform. Also, the most important part of the platform is the integration of different technology platforms. We have 11 technology platforms that adhered and created de facto the NANOfutures collaborative environment. So this is the structure. We have two co-chairs, Professor Kiparisides and Dr. Peter Kruger from Bayer. We have 11 in the steering committee. We have 11 ATP representatives and of the European technology platforms, and 10 horizontal working group chairs. This steering committee is the entity that is deciding, I would say, the most important things in the evolution of the NANOfutures, including the keynotes that Christos has shown before. I don't want to tire you with the exact time frame, but this initiative has been started more or less in 2008 with an industrial, an ad hoc advisory group on industrial nanotechnologies constituted in the nanoscience unit, and then it has been evolving during 2008 and 2009 in the definition of, I would say, juridical environment for the initiative that would be the NANOfutures ASBL, that is with site in Brussels, and the completion of the setting up of the platform with the signing of memorandum of understandings with the platforms, and the launch of a proposal for the CSA action, support action in NANOfutures. The launch also of the platform itself about 1 year ago, exactly 1 year ago, in Gijón, Spain, with a large participation. And then the timeline of the CSA that has driven us to here. That is, this is just to explain you a little bit of the mechanism. And so we have been kicking off the activities of the CSA in October, and then the work of collecting, I will stress this a lot, the ATP needs or indications, the vertical indications from the European technology platforms, on which several horizontal working groups has been working, trying to analyze, clusterize, and see what are the common possible actions among the different indications. And then we came here to the definition of possible keynotes that were submitted to the approval of the steering committee of the platform in April, and now we are in the phase of the definition of the keynote leaders, as I will explain later. This has been shown already. The concept of work of this horizontal integrated platform is just to match, cross-match vertical indications coming from the important technology sectors, 11, as I mentioned, nanomedicine, there is manufacturing, there is construction, there is all the electronics, photonics, 21, and so the 11 ATPs, and cross-matching with the indications coming from the horizontal working groups that includes research, industrialization, communication, safety, so all the aspects that can make possible to design, I would say, to imagine an innovation that is better than the previous wording that we are using, roadmap embedding nanotechnology for Europe. So the keynote definition would stress as well that these are strictly related to the needs coming from the ATPs and looking to common strategic areas that may potentially respond to several of these needs. This has been already shown by Christos, and now we are in the phase in which we have to draw these innovation paths that are including all the aspects of technology development, industrialization, safety, financing, along all the value chain. This was more or less the content, I think, of the discussion yesterday. So how we are proceeding in defining and structuring the content of these keynotes. These are 5 main actions that are not necessarily independent, of course, from each other. Probably they will mix up at the end in these innovation paths that we have to define for different products line, I would say, at the end. So we are proceeding now in defining the leaders and the experts groups for each of these keynote, and the definition of these experts has been done, is going to be done in strict connection with the content of the various keynotes and what is considered important from the ATP needs. So we are trying to select the right leaders in relation with the contents of the notes that has been summarized very, very shortly before, but I guarantee you that there are much more details, of course, behind these notes. So the keynote leaders that has been appointed, we try to define a profile for this keynote leader that will take into account the relevance of having at the end the definition of possible innovation paths. So we took care to try to select leaders at the interface between industry and academy. And particularly, we like to start from design, modeling, and testing of materials. David Seaborn from Granta Design Limited is a company that is a spin-off of Cambridge University and is active since more than 20 years in materials intelligence software. So we believe that this leader may help us in trying to define practical tools available also to small companies and so on. For safety and sustainability, we have Rob Aitken that has been already active in the horizontal working group on safety. He's from the Institute of Occupational Medicine in UK, very large experience and previous background in all the activities of the safety cluster and so on. And then I would say the more, technology and oriented keynotes, that is nano microscale manufacturing. We have Vito Lambertini that has long-standing experience in all the activities, previous with Minan, and now with the horizontal working group that he chairs on industrialization nano manufacturing. We'll have the difficult task of opening the work of these expert groups and try to define a set of possible innovation paths, as we call it, to, at the end, to products. Nano-enabled surfaces, we have Jean-Pierre Célie, that is well-known professor at the University of Leuven, but is also co-founder, not a manager, but is strongly involved in this Phallex tribology. He has very wide experience in coatings of all the types and tribological aspects. We have an open still call for the leader of the nanostructures and composite. We are still searching a good satisfactory candidate for this, and we have to finalize this in a very quickly, very soon. Then the future actions. We go through a number of workshops that we called it inventive sessions for these keynotes that will help us in defining ideas on how to answer to these ATP needs. So we have a number of indications. We'll come back to the ATP saying, are you sure that this is what you want? Do you have more details and so on? But from this, I think we have to construct a number of possible innovation paths for product lines down to the final application with all the, not the side, but the content, horizontal content, safety actions, and so on. This is something that was emerging clearly from the discussion yesterday evening. We have to correlate safety actions to the production line or product lines that we are seeking to set up, because the problems are different and so on. So the activity of these working groups will be continued in parallel and a little bit mirrored by the horizontal working groups, but this is the core, the intelligence in the system will be put, we hope, by these expert groups. The work of these groups will finish in January 2012, and from there we'll define and build up these detailed innovation paths along all the value chain. And beside this, the future action of the platform will be also to strengthen the impact on national level policies, and this is something which we try to work on widening the audience of NANOfutures and also starting to talk with the national authorities and national programs. So thanks for your attention.